So how are you doing, Morris? What happened? What your channel has been taken down just
Yeah,
without?
my channel was taken down, and I just put on a brave face and said I'll grin and bear it and move on. And actually, the hassle of replacing what I had, getting something functioning, is actually an ordeal and nerve wracking, and quite a jolt to the system because I'd been doing it for years. And when you think, oh, I'll just do something alternative, it doesn't fit, it doesn't work so easily. So
No,
I'm still trying to do that, make an alternative.
and on something another platform than YouTube.
Well, there are other platforms. We're all aware of that, and none of them compare to YouTube in terms of the audience they can get. And I discovered something odd. I'm on Vimeo and BitChute, and I upload a video, and if you search for a title that I've uploaded on Google, it doesn't show up, even in quotation marks. It might show up because it was listed on Twitter or someone talked about it, but not from the platforms. Thought that was extraordinary. But anyway, to answer your question, I want to get my own website, not because I think it will be a success, but I just know it's mine and I have it to fall back on. And I think I'm coming around to thinking there's no alternative to YouTube. Is
No, I
unfortunate.
agree. I agree. I have the same. I'm now uploading some videos on YouTube again, which at the same time is quite. It's like playing in the area where these predators are living, and you continue to play in that garden.
Well,
But it's. I understand what you're saying. It's. I use BitChute and other channels as well, but it's not comparable to YouTube.
no, no.
But at the same time, yeah, it's not. You can expect
The the
more or this.
the compression on BitTube is actually quite inferior. The actual image quality.
Yeah.
That's another imperfection. Although they've become, they're a good outfit. I'm not knocking them, but I think the net effect is one is still biting their tongue. One is still being or more careful what to say, and that's where I've ended up.
Yeah. And how you're busy working on a website.
Yeah, it's not falling into place as I imagined, but I have the domain name, I have the host, I don't have the technical expertise, and I kind of find people that tell me they'll fix it all easy, and it doesn't. It's not that easy, and they don't.
Do you need help with that? Because I can maybe I have the guy who's helping me with my website and other websites. He's a great guy, but
Most definitely. I mean, I've got a website with WordPress. I've actually got a host in Iceland, which I'm very proud about. That's supposed to be the right thing to do, but if someone's professional and they know what they're doing, I accept their help.
yeah, I can check with him. I mean, he's a great guy, but he works, of course, on the sort of on donation, and he does a lot of websites from people from Ole Dammergaard and all kinds of other people. So, but I can ask him if
Well,
you
he would
want. And
know. He would know.
yeah, I mean, he's amazing. He's amazing.
I think for someone that knows, it's 2 hours work.
Okay, okay. Well, I can get you guys in contact then if you
Yeah,
want, and
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah. Please,
yeah,
please.
yeah. So, but and I use DuckDuckGo as a search engine, not so much using Google anymore because what you say, things are just completely disappeared or shadow banned, and in the search results, it's ridiculous. But DuckDuckGo is different. But then you have way less. It has a less database, I think, where it finds things because if you want to find certain images or something, it's quite limited. But still, it's not so much selected or censored like Google.
It's just a shame that we've been reduced to finding the social networks of such importance. It's I mean they've created revolutions and they're very powerful, but it's a shame to be crying about being locked out, and they're it's just the corporations. It's the bare face of the corporations
Yeah,
dictating everything.
Yeah, true. It is completely Orwellian reality. Is and this technology, this whole internet, is of course a tremendous big part of it. And most people don't see it. I mean, it's quite alarming what's happening. In July, there were 17,000 channels that being taken down.
Wow.
This sweeping cleansing, but most people don't see it, and they don't see the impact of it, or the when I speak out about it, that okay, another friend's channel was taken down, my channel was taken down. They don't see the seriousness of it.
It's quite a blow. It's sort of like a forced redundancy.
Yeah, but it's also financially for people who work. That's their prime or sole income, donations. That has a even bigger impact.
It's actually extraordinary that the internet has opened this possibility up that you can live from, you can get an income on the internet. And with regard to donations, I mean, we see every other site you look at, they're pleading for donations. So I mean, it obviously works, and I can
Yeah,
also testify that it works.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful element to it all.
But this has a big impact for you on that part, does it?
It does. It does. I mean, there were a few days where I kind of got some sympathy help, which was very kind and nice, but obviously my income depends on the videos. And it's really daily, you know. Fortunate some people donate regardless, but in general, it's related to the quality of the video that's put up, if it moves somebody or not,
Yeah,
whether I get donations or not.
yeah. And if you see it more, if you're more visible, of course, then people are reminded, and then oh yeah, yeah, then it's also helping with donations. If you don't see it, if you have less coverage, then people forget, of course, also more.
I mean, I have I had a pretty regular following, you know, the people like my videos. So
Yeah,
I don't know how much the exposure helps. It does. I can see it. If I change the topic and the subject, I suddenly get newcomers, new subscribers, or new people donating. But in large measure, I've got the same following, the same people
yeah.
following me and helping me.
And are they? Do you see people going to BitChute channel? Do you have do you see the dynamic? The people, or you have a new YouTube channel that's or
Well,
second or backup channel? Or what?
well, the quantity on BitChute is very small. On all the other
Yeah,
channels, I think I'm looking at, you know, getting over 100 views or over 200 views, and
yeah,
YouTube was, you know, over 2,000 generally.
yeah, yeah,
And I I put up a video on someone else's under someone else's name, but it's like my channel, as it were. But I'm warming up to using that. That wasn't my intention, you know. I thought, okay, bye bye YouTube, but you can't live without it. It's the
no,
second largest search engine on the internet.
yeah. Although it's ridiculous now, if I see what suggestions I get, or it's all mainstream, I don't get any, suggestions or search results on YouTube. It's ridiculous. I don't see anything other than when I go specifically to the channel, then I find something, but it doesn't pop up anymore in my favorites or things like that. So, but it might be a good, we have to change course also, and to go, if more people would go to BitChute. But I see what you mean. I have the same. I have sort of there's a sort of resistance going on BitChute and uploading the videos and then moving on
No,
YouTube. But
there's technical. It's a lesser quality. Technically, the compression is much worse. The
yeah,
quality of the video is much worse, and there's no moderation with the comments, which can be abrasive to some people. But you get absurd comments appearing, and you've no control over them.
no,
And
yeah,
it's
right.
also a corporation that's overseeing the comments separate to BitChute, so it's not all kosher, you know.
No, well, it's maybe very kosher.
Oh, maybe it is. That's the better word.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult to find ways to stay in business in that sense.
Well, I'd like to at least give it a crack, get my own channel, and see what following I could get. You mentioned Ole Damagard. I haven't heard of any of him doing anything for like 6 months. Would I be right, or is he busy?
He was traveling to Sweden and did some talks there, and he was traveling around. And his website is still going, of course, and so he's still doing things. He's still
Okay,
doing things. Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a family here, but I've never really tried, giving talks and stuff. But I won't be doing it in the forest of Cambodia, that's for sure.
No, no, but he's traveling around, but his main income is subscribers from his website. He's still that's sort of going for him, so that works and it's still there. So the website, because he also has his YouTube channel, everything was taken down.
Really?
Yeah, that was already last year, something like that. So
Oh,
he's only have his website, and from there he has subscription. So I think it's a good idea to have your own website
yeah,
going.
yeah, I do. I'm really warmed up to the idea.
Yeah. And
And also,
do you have a list of people with email addresses who you can approach or something like that, or
yeah,
just
yeah, I
yeah,
call it a mailing list. I do.
mailing list? Yeah.
But I mean, it's not comparable to the quantity of subscribers I had, but certainly I do. Yes, and actually, they're really good. The mailing list is people I've communicated with and learned their email address from, so they're
Yeah.
they're they're la creme. But I want to be easy on it. I don't want to be emailing them every few days as I'm
No, no, no,
stumbling
no.
and making mistakes and not knowing what I'm doing.
No, but I can. I mean, I was contacted by several people who asked me about you, where you were,
Oh,
what's happening.
oh,
So
nice,
that's
nice.
might be good to have a, or your link from your website on certain YouTube videos where they can go to and
Well,
find
no,
you again.
I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and I have a Twitter account. But yeah, we just have to. I just have to.
yeah,
You know, it, most of the bad things that happen in life, we learn. Something good comes out of them.
yeah.
I, I,
That's
I
true.
I live here in pretty much isolation. I'm happy. I'm with my family. I go out, make a video every day, come back, and I don't talk to anybody. But now I'm pulling my hair out trying to find people to help me, and I've gone and met other people that live here that have YouTube channels that I never knew they were here before. So
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's good. That
yeah,
comes with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and then you meet people in real time also. That's also good.
yeah. They're not on the screen. Yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
real world.
But I will for sure later on. I'll speak with my web hoster, Will, and I will get you in contact with him. He can help you out with what you need, and he's great.
Tremendous, tremendous.
Yeah.